Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Angela, and welcome back to, it's not another unboxing. It is my top 10 tarot decks of 2025. So everybody's been doing this tag, and it's been beautiful. And I'm just so tired because I worked every day except Christmas Day. And I worked my full shifts. Everybody I know was off yesterday. Today is Saturday, December 27th, 2025. I worked yesterday. I'm probably the only person in my family that worked yesterday. And I'm like, why? Anyway, didn't stop everybody and their brother from ordering contacts yesterday. So that was crazy. Because we usually are not that busy the day after. But I shipped out over 1,000 contact lenses yesterday. It was exhausting. And then I got off work and everybody's like, oh, let's have a good time. And I'm like, I just want to take a nap. So anyway, I've been wanting to do this tag or video. I just haven't done it because I've been working, and my next week is going to be the exact same. I have work every day except for New Year's Day. But here we have my top 10 tarot decks of 2025, and let me tell you, this was very hard. I have two that didn't make it into the top 10, but I had to show them anyway just because they were fantastic, and I felt bad for not including them in my top 10. I'm drinking my iced coffee, which is the ice is melted, but out of one of my new cups here. Beautiful. Got my NA on it for my name that I got for Christmas. I did get an iced coffee maker too. I have not opened it and used it yet, but that will be on the agenda for today. So, without further ado and further ramble, let's get into this. So, number 12, or my first runner-up, is the Tarot Disassembled. This is by Wiser Books. I got it because I was intrigued about this deck. It came with this beautiful yellow gilding. It's so stunning. It's a matte indie quality cardstock, honestly. It shuffles amazing. And I was very intrigued by this deck. I'm trying to zoom you out a little bit. There we go. And I fell hard when I got it. I fell real hard. And I'm like, what? I love this deck. 2 pieces. The only gripe I have is that the book does not come with it. You have to buy the book separate, which I did do, which makes this deck like $40 because, okay, I must have some kind of, hold on, I think I had cobwebs hanging off my, sometimes that happens. Anyway, gorgeous deck, and I could not show this just because it was so fabulous. I was very shocked when I got this and was able to use it and work with it the way I was. And I got it. So that's runner-up number 1. The Tarot Disassembled. Yeah, it comes like this in its little box, and then you have to buy the book separate. Which kind of sucks because it makes it more expensive. Anyway, the Steampunk Fairy is my second runner-up by Pamela Chen. This is by Llewellyn. It's in the smaller box that we've been seeing here. I got this in April of 2025. It's got the original cardstock, which I love, actually. Probably the only one here that likes Llewellyn's old cardstock. Gorgeous backs, gorgeous fronts. This deck was stunning. Loved it to pieces. I cannot believe, it feels like I've had it longer than April, honestly. But it's really cool. I think it's stunning. It's a very easy RWS reader. And I just felt bad I feel bad that it's not in my top 10, but I mean, it narrowly missed it. It's beautiful, and I love it to pieces. And now there's a dog running around here that just can't help herself. Look at that death card. Wow. Stunning. But yeah, that's my runner-up number 2. Wherever the box just went. So that is my 2 runners up. Now, for the top 10. And again, this was very hard. This is the Victorian Fairy Tarot. This I got in the beginning of the year. This was a Kickstarter. Cannot believe this one also feels like I've had it way longer than I have had it. It came with a full size and a mini, which I actually prefer the mini, which is weird, over the large size. The large size is a little bit bigger than, it does shuffle amazing. It's got gold gilding on it. Oh my god, this dog. I think it's stunning. This is number 10, if you didn't glean that. It's only number 10 just because there's so many others that came in the year. Yeah, that put it down further on the list. But this was also a deck that we waited on for so long, almost 2 years, the Kickstarter. And it just, people were getting mad and upset, and once I got the deck, I heard people complain about the gilding and all kinds of stuff, and I'm like, I'm just lucky to have it, because it was a deck that was out of print for a very long time, way before I ever came on the tarot scene, so I'm just glad I have it. And I think it's interesting that this came out, right around the same time Lisa Hunt deck came out, revamped mass market, and they were both out of print when I came onto the scene. And I'm like, I want both decks, and then all of a sudden they were both just available. I'm like, what? That's crazy. Looking for the box here, the little box. It comes in a little box, and then it goes in a bigger box with a whole bunch of goodies that came with the Kickstarter. Anyway, that was deck 10. Deck 10. Deck 9, the Trionfi della Luna Tarot by Patrick Valencia. This is the mass market edition. Came out September, US Games. Came out September, like the day before. I had it by my birthday, yes. So I think it came out the day before my birthday, which was the 2nd of September. So I think it came out the 1st of September. I already have this deck in Indie, and I've had it for a while. Backs are gorgeous. The cardstock quality feels exactly like the Indie version, okay? I got this in September. In October, I was invited to a girls' trip weekend, and it was, what do you call it? Halloween themed. And I brought this deck. I brought a few decks. Love this queen. And this deck, everybody picked this deck to use to get readings from me. And I had such a great time with it. I already loved this deck in the Indie version, but for some reason, knowing that it was mass market and I could get it again, and knowing that it was replaceable if something happened to it, just made me more open and to using it. And we had such a great time over that weekend. We bonded like crazy. It was a fantastic time, and I could not do a top 10 without having this specific deck in the top 10, because we really, I had used it before, but not like this, and it was just a stunning time that we used it. Everybody had a good time. I had a good time. The deck had a good time. It was a great time. So that is number 9, and it's only number 9 Again, because I had so many others that put it further on the list. Plus, I feel like I'm cheating a little bit because I already have the indie version. But this is the Illustrated Pips Edition, Trionfi della Luna Tarot by US Games. Number 8 was a fluke I found in November. The Enchanted Forest Felines Tarot by Jen Sankey. This is a Llewellyn deck. Look at the little paw print there. Oh my god, it's so freaking adorable. It opens up like this. So freaking cute. I fell hard for this deck. Went to a metaphysical fair in November, excuse me. Saw this there, and I'm like, I've never seen this before. It's got that newer cardstock that they're using for like the Hedge Witch and the Lebano Tarot. Shuffle's amazing. The backs are gorgeous. The front are stunning. So the dandelions are swords. The chariot. The saucers are cups. I think just the coloration in this deck is so stunning. I love my Soul Cats Tarot, don't get me wrong. But this is probably my second favorite cat deck. Mushrooms are pentacles, and I love mushrooms in a deck. The fact that, and the branches are wands. The mere fact that they have a whole suit of mushrooms is just fabulous. And then the dandelions are the swords, which I freaking love. The whole deck is stunning. I could not put it down when I got it in November. It made its way onto the list very quickly. It's just beautiful. I love it to pieces. There's so many cuteness. So much, look at that. So much cuteness to this deck. It's not even funny how cute that is. So that is the Forest Felines. And it's like $20 on Amazon. I think I paid $25 for the place, but whatever. So that was deck 8. 7 is the Mindscapes Tarot by John A. Rice. Now, I thought this was going to be number 1 because I knew it was coming out before I got these other decks that are 1 and 2. And I was just like, this is going to be my number 1, and then it's number 6. So, other things happened throughout the year. Okay, let's just say that. This is also a mass market. This is Hay House. I got this in the summer or fall Hay House box. When I knew that was coming out in that box and it hadn't come out yet, I bought it because I'm like, I need this deck in my life right now. I'm tired of waiting for it. Because I saw it on Kickstarter when it was just it's a chunker. I can't shuffle it that way, but I can waterfall shuffle it. It's their typical Hay House cardstock. I love this deck. So hard. I'm shocked that it's further down on the list than it is. Just because, again, so many other things came in that I was like, what? But this deck is stunning. I love that it's all nature-based. Not much I can say about it because everybody's got this deck. Everybody knows what it is, or how great it is, or how not so great it is, depending on who you are. This is my number 7. Yeah, wow. Can't believe it's number 7. And like I said, I had a hard time putting these in a specific number. I had a hard time picking the decks, period, because I got so many. Look at that sun card. Stunning. Just, I love this King of Spires with the flag. I don't know what it is about this specific king. I love it with the flag where he's planted it and he's like, I'm here. I don't know. It's just weird. I love it to pieces, though. This is the Mindscapes Tarot. Yeah, I got it in, I think it was the summer box of the collection box of Hay House I got. So it was number 7. Number 6. I was going to put this higher, but then realized there's another deck that needs to be higher. I got it in this giant foil pouch. It is the mass market Bonestone and Earthflesh Tarot, the Reawakening. Now, y'all know, if you've seen any of my channel, my second favorite deck ever is the Bonestone and Earthflesh Tarot, the indie version. I wore it out. It's so beautiful. I love it to pieces. I love Victorian's artwork. The only reason this is number 6 is because I've had the other tarot deck for years, since it came out and went out of print. I also have the sketchbook version of that deck as well, which was just as costly as the original version. When the mass market came out, I pre-ordered it on Amazon and then realized Victorian was selling copies of it signed. So I canceled my pre-order and bought from her specifically so I could get a signed copy of this mass market deck. That is by Blue Angel. I want to say, I don't have it. Again, it's not in the box. Let me see the book here. Yes, it's Blue Angel. And like I said, the only reason this isn't higher is because I've had this deck for forever, and I feel like almost like I'm cheating. But I got this in September, October, somewhere in there. And again, it's a deck that I have not hardly put down because it's one of my favorite decks ever. And I love the mass market version just as much as I love the indie version. There's a few changes. A couple cards have changed. Nothing major. It still has that same vibe as the indie, and it's still just as stunning. And I love it. 2 pieces, and it's interesting how she's got names for each card in this version, which I love. There's my Chariot, my favorite. 3 of Swords, gorgeous. Anyway, that's the mass market version. And again, I feel like I'm cheating a little bit because I've had this deck for years. And I was like, yeah, I'm not getting it when it comes out, mass market. And I was, immediately bought it. Especially when I found out she was doing copies of the box, or signed copies of the box. So I keep it in this huge pouch with the book also. So that was deck 6. Now we're in the top 5. Top 5, guys. Oh my gosh. So the top 5, there are 1, 2, 3, 4 indie decks. And only 1 mass market. And ironically, the mass market used to be indie, or still is, or whatever. So number 5, the Folkloric Forest Tarot. Now, I can tell you right now, these top 5, I have a very hard time putting them in a numbered category. Well, these 3, because the first 2 were going to be where they're at no matter what. I think this was higher on the list, and then I got the ones I got above that. I freaking love this deck so hard. It screams Virgo, which is what I am, by Lennox Reese. And the interesting part about it was I was eyeballing a deck of hers, and I had just bought a deck of hers when I'd already backed this. And then I was like, why does that name sound familiar? And it's because I had just bought the Coastal Curiosities Mini, because the other one was already out of print, which I freaking love, which that is going to be in my Oracle decks. And then this is the Earth, what do you call it? She's doing all of the signs. I'm sorry. This is a linen. It's edged in green. It's gorgeous. Everybody's got this deck, or loves this deck, or knows what this deck is. It's stunning. It's artwork that's already out there, whatever that means. I'm trying to find the word. I can't. Y'all know, though. But, oh my god, this deck is so stunning. So beautiful. I love it to pieces. It screams Virgo all the way around. It touches my little Virgo heart. So fantastic. It shuffles like a dream. It's amazing. And now she's got the water deck is going to be hitting Kickstarter soon, and I'm already like chomping at the bit to get it. Now, if she had started with another deck other than the Earth one, I probably would have never noticed. But because she started with the green and the Earth sign, yeah, I noticed and immediately backed it on Kickstarter, and then it has not disappointed. I think it's gotten more momentum since it's come out and everybody's realizing how gorgeous it is than when it was on Kickstarter. I might be wrong, but I don't remember when I backed it, nobody talking about it. Okay, deck 4, another indie. It's the Flight of the Butterfly Tarot by Kelly Burton. This is her latest installment. She's already working on another deck as well. This is deck 5 of hers, which I have all of them. And they're all freaking stunning. Stunning. And I'm trying not to race through this, but at the same time, I'm losing time here. Beautiful, beautiful edging. Shuffles like a dream. So stunning. So freaking stunning. I have nothing to say bad about her decks, ever. Gorgeous decks. Gorgeous. I mean, beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, I have nothing to say because it's that stunning. And I have 3 decks left. Okay, deck 3. Mass Market. The Lebano Tarot. You had to know it was coming. This is Llewellyn. I've talked non-stop about this deck since I got it in, what, August? September? It's got their newer cardstock, and look how much it shuffles amazing. Look how the edging is coming off. I've used it that much. It's freaking amazing. Freaking amazing. These 3, top 3, I've used the crap out of. I don't know why they're turned around. I didn't think I would like this. I bought it just on a whim, thinking, I'm going to try it out. I freaking love it. Freaking love it to pieces. It's stunning. Everything about this deck is gorgeous. I don't have the indie version, and I never even thought about it until I saw it coming out Mass Market. And I'm like, oh, I'll try it. And oh my god. It's beautiful. That's top 3. Number 3. Number 2 should not be a surprise either. The Winter Season Tarot by Daniel Norman. This is a indie. Also, I have not put this down since I got it. I think I got it at the end of November or beginning of December. Either way, I have not put it down. I've used it every week, which doesn't ever happen. I think it's got this, like, beautiful edging here. So this is deck 2, and oh my god. It's so beautiful. So beautiful. And it's so quiet. So quiet. I love it to pieces. Like, so hard love it. Even got some people, like, freaking out because I used it. I use it for mediumship readings. And a couple people I've used it for have freaked out because, yeah. And I'm more than likely going to be pairing this through February. She's beautiful. Just beautiful. I could sit and shuffle this and look at it all day long. It's that gorgeous. I love, it's probably my new favorite Queen of Swords. It's stunning. I'm torn between, that's weird, the Judgment card is upside down, and that's my card of the year. I'm torn between getting the Autumn Season Tarot, just because there's so many fall colors, and it tends to be heavy on the orange in that deck. So I don't know, and that's what's tripping me up, and I don't know why it's tripping me up. But I love this freaking star card to death. It's probably my favorite star card ever. It's the card I pulled when I first opened the box and did a walkthrough. It's isolated, but at the same time, for someone like me that is always, I need quiet to recharge. So for somebody like me, that deck almost was like a gift. It was like, here, we're allowing you to have that space to just be quiet. And everyday life doesn't allow that sometimes. So that's why I love that deck. It's so beautiful and so wonderful. And it quickly made its way to number 2 in my top 10 of the year. Now, number 1 has been my number 1 all year long. And I know you know what it is because I've talked about it. And I've even said, hey, this is my number 1 deck. It's never going to change. And actually, the Winter Season Tarot almost put this at number 2. But they also both have very similar color palettes. Well, it's the Botan Tarot. This is the second printing. You guys know. I've talked about this ad nauseum all year long. I think I got it in February or March. The blue in this, I don't know what is going on with me and blue. Because I don't like blue. But the blue in this, you see this and this here? Like, look at that. They go well together. The boxes do. The deck's not so much. But I've had a time with this. It's got this indigo blue edging. The backs. It's got this linen-y cardstock that I really don't care for, but she shuffles like a dream. Just the way a good riffle shuffler wants it to shuffle. And it's beautiful. And I have had so much time with this deck. So much stuff. Like, it's gorgeous. Also an indie deck. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. It's stunning. It's beautiful. Look at that High Priestess. Stunning. The freaking death card. I think the star started showing itself to me at the beginning of the year when I pulled this. I did a reading and I pulled this card for a person that's passed, and come to find out, I didn't know they had passed at the time. And come to find out, once I pulled the card, they were telling me, okay, so I got this deck on a Saturday. That following Tuesday, 4 days later, I took this deck to work and I did a mediumship reading at the beginning, my first break, like I normally do. And I pulled this card and I kept hearing, call your daughter, or call our daughter, call our daughter. And I'm like, what? So if you don't know, I have a daughter. I gave up for adoption when I was 19. She's now 28. That tells you how old I am. Her adopted mother, almost 2 years ago, was diagnosed with cancer. And I knew she had been fighting this cancer. We reconnected when she was 18. That's how we know each other. Okay. We're in each other's lives. And she had told me, yeah, she's got cancer. She's fighting it. And I had no idea because I hadn't talked to her about her in a while, what was going on with her mother. And I pulled this card and I kept hearing, call our daughter. And I'm like, did her mom pass? So I texted her and I was just like, hey, how's it going? That was it. And she texted back with, oh, my mom died Sunday. Other than that, I'm doing great. And I'm like, what? So I got this deck on a Saturday. Sunday, she passed. Tuesday, she was already coming through my cards. And I was like, holy crap. So this deck is like a heavy hitter. Like, it's a heavy, mega, I don't even know what to say. It's a heavy duty deck. It's heavy. It tells everything like it is, but yeah, it's a great deck. And that's why it shot to my number one almost immediately. And, yeah, it stayed there all year long. That's been my number one deck all year. So that's my top 10 tarot. And just as a, let you know, this top 10 is subject to change tomorrow. So who knows. But as of this moment, I'm filming this video for the end of the year. These are my top 10 tarot for 2025. Stay tuned for my top 10 Oracle of 2025. So that's it. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, don't hesitate to comment below. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more, please subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification button so you're alerted to any future videos. And y'all have a good night.